Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's episode, a calm and enlightening conversation with Beena Kullup, a light and distance healing practitioner who specializes in Reiki, chakra balancing, aura cleansing, emotional freedom tapping, and Prana Violet Healing. In this chat, Beena takes us on a journey into the world of energy healing, sharing how light can transform emotional blockages, bring balance to the mind and body, and help us reconnect with our inner peace. If you've ever been curious about how light and energy can heal and uplift your life, this conversation is one you won't want to miss. Let's dive in and explore the power of light healing with Beena Kullup. How are you, Beena?
I'm good, thanks, Siddharth. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Ah, you're most welcome. I've actually been really looking forward to this chat, and I'm happy that you are feeling much better today.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate this.
Okay, I'm just waiting for my questions to upload on my Google Docs, so just give me a little minute there. Okay, all right. All right. My opening question to you is, Beena, is could you share how your journey into light and distance healing first began?
As a child, I had very strong intuitions and insights, and so people were generally drawn to me very easily. So, as a continued growing and becoming a young adult and started my career, but in my jobs, I found people were attracted to me very easily and came to me always for advice and what I thought about, what's going on in their lives and stuff like that. And then what I figured out was people had very dense pain bodies and they didn't know how to help themselves. So then I started doing a lot of research, started doing Reiki, acupuncture, Prana Violet Healing, different modalities to strengthen my knowledge so that I could be, well versed in how I'm assisting and guiding people. And for the past 3 years, I started studying Vedanta philosophy as well. So as I work with people and see what their needs are, and you find that most problems start in their mind and they become emotional from it because these thoughts create these emotions and they become stuck. And then instead of exploring who they are, what are their goals and focus in life, and how they can be better and and excel in their lives and find their life's purpose, they become stuck in all different emotions. And the pain bodies become, physical, mental, emotional, and then it starts to sit in all the different layers of their body. Because as human beings in this material world, we are made up of many layers: the physical layer, then we have the energy layers, our astral layers, our mental layers, emotional layers, then we go to our spiritual layers. And these are quite a few layers, and as normal humans, and if you don't have a higher understanding of who you really are, what is your purpose in this world, why have you come through and taken birth as a human being, and what are you supposed to go through, what are your soul contracts, because we have different soul contracts with different humans as well. And some contracts are here to teach us lessons, and when the lessons are not learned, we keep experiencing the same thing over and over again. For example, in certain relationships, it just don't work, and youngsters are getting hurt, or children with their parents are getting hurt because of the emotions and the dense pain body that's sitting within them. So what I do is try and use different modalities like aura cleansing, chakra balancing, Reiki or Prana Violet healing, just to help them to find what is hurting them. Because as humans, we start with our minds, and our minds are not separate from our body. And the mind and the body connection is very strong. And when your mind becomes a place of pain, this pain shows up in your body as a pain body. Your thoughts then become your emotions, and then your emotions then become your self limiting belief systems. And when your mind and body becomes entangled and stuck, then all this starts with a single thought, but it becomes manifest in your body, and you struggle to move forward. Then you'll have depression. You don't want to interact with people. You start to blame other people for your pain quite often, not realizing that nobody can cause you pain. We cause pain to ourselves by the way we receive things from the external world, from other people, your family, your friends, or people you're in a relationship with. The way you receive what they say to you is what causes you to either react or respond. If when you respond, you're objective, you will think about what's being said, you will try and work out why it's being said, you would reflect on it. So then sometimes you decide that doesn't require a response, what's being said, so you would keep quiet. But most people don't listen, they,
Mm.
they just react. And when you
Mm.
react, that comes with a negative emotion. And that's what
Right.
causes pain in your body and
Oh,
causes you to become stuck.
okay. What exactly happens during a light healing session, and how do clients usually feel afterwards?
During the session, I have a conversation with them and see
Mhm.
what they're really looking for, because it's important, to start with the person, because everybody has a need, and most
Mhm.
people are quite broken because of their emotional state, because they have fear, they have anger, they have symptoms of, like physical stomach pain because of the fear. It sits around your solar plexus chakra and your navel chakra. So then they would have like acid reflux and stuff like that. So once I assess them, then I decide which modality I'm going to use with my healing session with them. I get them to acknowledge their thoughts, because if you don't go to the source, it's not going to be easy to heal
Mhm.
somebody. So once they acknowledge their thoughts, they need to tap deeper into it. Why am I having this thought? Because
You
from
also,
these
oh, sorry.
from these thoughts, then I
Mhm.
start cleansing of the aura, because your aura is your energy field. And when your aura is dense, like when you wake up in the morning, you feel like you need another sleep. You need a sleep from a sleep, as such. So then I would cleanse the aura. I would start to balance the body. With Prana Violet Healing, there's a technique called Ida Pingala. And then I start with forgivenesses. You got to learn to forgive yourself
Mm.
first, and then forgive everybody else that you feel you have an issue with. Then your healing can start. Then I would start, with chakra balancing. And when the chakra is off balance, you would have, like, say, if the third eye chakra or the Ajna chakra is off balance, a person would have headaches, poor sleeping patterns. Some even go to migraines
Mhm.
because, you know, and then they just above the third eye chakra is your crown chakra. That is the way you receive, your spirituality and your blessings from divinity. That obviously becomes blocked. So what happens is in the body is every cell starts to store these emotions in different ways, and then it can affect almost any part of your body. So when you're doing chakra balance, it's
Mhm.
important to balance all the chakras, because when a
Right.
body is off balance, you would find
Mhm.
that area will hold pain or an illness. And when I'm done, they feel absolutely relaxed, and most of them want to go into deep sleep,
Wow.
a state
All
of
right.
nothingness,
Sorry.
an absolute state of nothingness, because they've walked through their
Oh.
thoughts, they've walked through their emotions. We've healed that part of the body that's affected, and
Mhm.
the aim is to awaken that light within you, because we all have our own special life force energy.
Right. You offer several practices like Reiki, chakra balancing, and Prana Violet Healing. How do you decide which method to use for each client?
With Reiki and Prana Violet Healing, it's very similar. It works with your energy, which is your aura, your auric field. It works with your chakras. Both work, but with the difference between Reiki and Prana Violet Healing, Reiki covers the major chakras. Prana Violet Healing covers the major chakras and the minor chakras, and it heals the cells in your body, the
Mhm.
physical organs in your body as well. So, say for example, if a person is having an acid reflux problem, then I would use Prana Violet Healing to heal the solar plexus chakra and the esophagus. So you're healing the organ and the chakra at the same time. Whereas Reiki, you heal the chakras, which is an energy field, and then you infuse energy into the body to help the body to heal itself. With Prana Violet healing, you do energy healing, but you heal that part of the body.
Right. Many people are new to the idea of aura cleansing. Could you explain what an aura is and why cleansing it is important?
Your aura is your energy field.
Mhm.
And your energy field, some people say when they look at you, they can see the light. Or some people will say, "Well, I was in a room with this person and the energy was so dense that I am feeling exhausted and tired, or my energy dropped." So when your aura is dense,
Mhm.
it affects you and it affects people around you. So it's important to keep your aura cleansed and light so your energy field is light. Because
Right.
your aura
Oh,
is
sorry.
sometimes, uh,
Mhm.
explained as if it's part of your subtle body.
Mhm.
It's your inner being.
All
Because,
right.
like some
Huh?
people, when they walk into the room, that whole
Mhm.
room lights up. That person has a good light aura, a clean aura. Because as human beings, we radiate. We either have high energy or, low energy. It all depends on how you are vibrating at the moment. If your energy is low, you're gonna absorb low energy. Because like you would look at some people, they just glow, they radiant, and that's
Huh?
because of the auric field, the outer self. You have an inner self and you have an outer self. The outer self is important to have your layers clean because we have all the different layers of the body as well. So, even in ancient medicine, in the Hindu scriptures, like the Vedas, believe that this energy is expressed in 7 layers. Each layer is said to correlate to a different element of the physical body, mental body, spiritual body, and emotional health.
Okay.
These
How does this, oh,
layers
sorry?
can interact with one and another, and that will influence your overall health as well, your auric field.
Okay. How does distance healing work? Can someone truly benefit without being physically present?
Yes, I have clients in the US, Saudi,
Wow.
Dubai, Malaysia,
Hmm,
London, and
impressive.
distance healing or any healing, it
Mhm.
starts with the intention. The intention needs to be right. When the intention is correct, you can heal a person anywhere in the world. Because I mean, when COVID started, people were desperate for healing. And imagine
Mm.
if we had the concept that you can only be healed if you had contact, then nobody would get healed. They'll all suffer. Because even during COVID, doctors were scared to, help patients. They had to sit in their vehicles and then they would chat to them over the phone, get the symptoms, do a diagnosis, and medicate. Nobody was having any contact for like 3 years. But at that time, the need for healing became, you know, very, very high And that's when I started distance healing, and word per mouth started, it spread like a fire, like the way COVID was spreading, that there's this person who's prepared to heal you just, from a distance. And I started distance healing, and it's working absolutely beautiful, especially with Prana Violet Healing. Distance healing, it works like magic. And then, we start off with the forgiveness affirmation where you need to forgive yourself. And then we move forward with the healing, and we start to heal you at a soul level. We go through all the different layers: your physical layer, your energy layer, your astral layers, your mental layers, your emotional layers, your spiritual layers, so that you can go back to your causal layer.
All right. Emotional freedom tapping, EFT, sounds fascinating. Could you tell us how it helps release emotional blockages?
Yes, emotional freedom tapping, or they call it tapping, is a
Mhm.
self help method. It combines tapping on your acupuncture points, and you focus on a negative emotion. And then you would have like an opening statement: even though there's chaos all around me,
Mm.
I fully and completely accept myself. And then you would start to tap on, for example, I use it a lot on children. They have stress and anxiety during exams. And then when you become stressed and anxious, you have emotional trauma. Then you start tapping, starting at the side of your hand. They call it the karate chop point. And then you say, even though I feel stressed and anxious, I fully and completely accept myself. And you do one round of that tapping, at the corners of your eyebrows, the corner of your eye, below your nose, on your chin, the collarbone, the side of your ribs, and the top of your head. And the next round you could go, and then you could use a positive affirmation. I am a good kid. I can achieve anything I set my mind to. I am at peace.
Mhm.
I am loved. I am
Mhm.
accepted. So as you start to tap, whatever your negative emotions or your thought is at that moment, it starts to reduce.
All
And,
right. Sorry?
this is a
Mhm.
way, you like use psychology to calm yourself down, relieve yourself of stress, anxiety, trauma, by sending calming signals to the brain. Because as you tap on these acupuncture points, the brain starts to calm down.
Okay. What are some common signs that a person's energy or chakras are out of balance?
Like, as I said, a tummy problem or a migraine.
Mhm.
Some people have pain in their knees or their ankles.
Mhm.
Then you immediately know certain chakras in the body is off balance because there's health issues in those areas. So then you start with the aura cleansing, balancing the body, grounding the person, because when a person's grounding is off, then they also, feel very unstable, cannot make decisions and stuff like that. And then you would start, you know, you would check the auric field, and then you would start the healing, start balancing the chakras. And when you balance chakras, you got to do all the chakras.
All right. You also mentioned protection prayers. How do these help in maintaining spiritual or emotional well-being?
Like, for example, you use the angels to protect you. You can call upon your guardian angel or Archangel Michael to remove all blockages and fears from you, and then use his royal blue cloak of protection over you. For example, if you're going for a job interview and you're nervous, then you can call on the angels to protect you, or you can put a white bubble of light that protects you. If you're going into big crowds, then you use Reiki mirrors that are facing outwards, and you would put the Reiki signs all around the mirrors, like the Chakra sign, Seiki sign, or the master symbol, the Daikomyo symbol, and you protect yourself when you go into the crowd so your energy does not get zapped whilst you're outdoors. If you're going on a long trip, you can protect your car by putting Reiki mirrors all around the vehicle facing outwards, putting a Chakra symbol so you can travel safely to your destination and back.
All right. Could you share a powerful healing story or transformation you've witnessed through your practice?
Oh, I've had many. Currently, I'm healing a lady who's had breast cancer. And I started the healing like 3 weeks ago, and she's had her right breast removed. But emotionally and mentally, she's so much stronger because, I've got her to understand we are not this physical body. We are the soul or the spirit. So, whatever the body is going through, it's part of your journey. And then, from there, she went back to the doctor yesterday. He removed the draining tube. Her results came back and she's cancer free. And she is so positive compared to when we started. And from yesterday, we're starting now to heal all the different emotions she's going through. Like this morning, early in the morning, I had a call from a lady like at about 7 a.m. She needed healing. She was in so much pain she could barely move. She had pain on her right buttocks, going into her thigh, and her right leg ankle. And she's been to the doctor many times. And she's been on anti inflammatories, she's been taking injections, but the pain is still there. But after my healing session, all the pain is gone. She could walk, she could even breathe comfortably. And that's how I
Or
started the morning. And then my uh, soft spot is students. I do lots of healing for students. And then I do combination healing with them, with study methods, addressing all the anxiety and fears that they have. Most of the time, it's the fear of failure. And then also, I help them to deal with peer pressure because, parents are putting a lot of pressure on children because they feel kids are not putting in effort and only they are. And then I help children understand that, screen time is an addiction. It's not helping them, and the distractions from their phones or their laptops and stuff is not serving their highest good. It's an addiction. And then I help them to use the same tool, the same cell phone, to record their lectures, for example, if they're in university. So whilst they're traveling, they can listen to their lectures again, and when they come back home, they can do their notes. So they're getting audio and visual stimulation. And when parents are seeing that, they're seeing a change in the child. And then the same phone that was causing pain is now causing peace in the home because the tool is being used differently. And then also I use emotional freedom tapping with them. And I'm also doing chakra balancing, removing blockages and fears for them and stuff like that. And parents are amazed. I have this doctor, and two of her kids are coming to me. Both parents are doctors, but they were struggling because the kids were battling. And since they started coming, and I'm teaching them how to study for success, how to have a balanced life, how to do exercise, how to go outdoors, how not to be, a victim of
all
the
right.
television. So it adds value to the child and it's causing peace in the home. And
Okay.
children's results have moved like from a C to a A.
All right. I wanted to confirm with you. Have I asked you the question on protection prayers?
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. Then let me get to my final question. For someone who's never experienced light healing before, what advice or first step would you recommend?
I would recommend to anybody who has never experienced self help or self healing to try it, because a lot of people are battling how to live objectively and consciously, because people are living with this herd mentality that everybody goes to university and doing medicine or becoming a lawyer or a teacher is happy, but they're not happy. They need to understand that happiness is not out in the world. Happiness is coming from within. Whatever you do in your life, you must enjoy it. You must be passionate about what you do, and you must love what you're doing. And then if you're having emotional issues, you got to find a way of addressing them. Understand why are you having these emotions. Understand why you are in a family. Understand you have an obligation and duty in a home or in a job, or whether you're a student. You need to understand what are your higher values. You need to understand what are your higher goals. You need to understand your own energy field. You need to understand you have a life force energy. So you need to bring everything together so that you could live a balanced life. You have a higher understanding of who you are. What is your purpose here? And that's why, I encourage people to do light healing to understand who am I? What is my life's purpose? How can I bring out my best self? How can I position myself in this life so that there's peace in me? No matter what happens all around me, there's constant change all around me, but in me, I am well organized, I am peaceful, and I know who I am. So that's what light healing, helps people to find themselves. Find your correct belief system. Keep a good energy field. So when your energy field, your aura is light, you flow in the world. When your chakras are balanced, your life becomes balanced. You become more focused. You can identify what you need to do. All that lethargy that you deal with on a daily basis, I help you get rid of that. So, light healing is very, very beneficial for each and every individual, even little babies. Some children are born with a dense pain body, they cry a
Oh,
lot, they have behaviors that's not acceptable, and nobody can understand why. Then you need to help heal this child from a very young age and try not to medicate them.
okay. Well, I've got to say that thanks so much for your time and hopefully the first of many between us.
Yes, I hope so as well. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I hope I can help more people out there with themselves or family members that are struggling with any issues. I would be gladly, uh, I would be glad to help them.
Likewise.